One precise move reveals the power of a true predator. The most formidable hunters turn silence into a heart-pounding pursuit. From the savanna and dense forests to winding rivers, every approach is a combination of strength, speed, and strategy. A single miscalculation is enough for a predator to lose its advantage. When the pursuit begins, which animal truly rules the wild? Beneath the intense heat of the African savanna, a pride of lions searches for an opportunity to hunt. Their roars and watchful eyes reflect the constant pressure they face. In the wild, being at the top of the food chain does not guarantee an easy meal. Even these apex predators must take significant risks to secure food. Ahead stands a herd of African buffalo. Each adult can weigh around 2,000 pounds, with a solid horn shield and powerful shoulders capable of delivering tremendous force. Their greatest advantage, however, is their unity. When one buffalo is threatened, others often turn back, forming a defensive line that forces predators to proceed with caution. Even so, the lions have few alternatives. A successful hunt could provide an important source of food, but it also carries the risk of injury. With that opportunity before them, they begin to test the herd, knowing that every close approach comes with considerable danger. The experienced lionesses spread out, keeping their distance while applying steady pressure that encourages the buffalo to shift their formation. The moment one buffalo becomes separated from the center of the herd, the lionesses accelerate, moving in from multiple directions and cutting off its path back. Without the support of the herd, the buffalo must rely on its own defenses. Repeated waves of pressure force the buffalo to turn again and again to protect itself, gradually draining its strength. As it can no longer maintain its original pace, the balance slowly begins to shift toward the predators. Not every hunt begins with a long pursuit. On a dry stretch of the savanna, a mother buffalo stands beside a young calf that is still unsteady on its feet. At that moment, a pride of lions appears and begins spreading out around them. Despite her weakened condition, the mother buffalo positions herself in front of her calf. The lions keep their distance to divide her attention, while others circle to both sides, waiting for the right moment to move closer. The pressure from multiple directions forces the mother buffalo to turn again and again. Each turn demands more energy. The repeated approaches leave her with less and less time to regain a stable defensive position. As she can no longer maintain a safe distance, her ability to defend herself gradually begins to fade. Across the savanna, one side is driven by the instinct to protect a calf, while the other relies on the strategy of skilled predators. In that moment, both predator and prey must make the most of every advantage in order to survive. The rhythm of survival follows the rivers during the Great Migration. Each year, more than 1 million wildebeest cross the savanna in search of fresh grasslands and new water sources. With their sturdy bodies, curved horns, and powerful kicks, they are far from easy targets. Wherever the herds gather, however, predators are never far behind. African wild dogs stand out for their endurance and exceptional teamwork. They do not rely on individual strength, but on the coordinated efforts of the entire pack. Pack members constantly change positions, maintain steady pressure, and wait for the right moment to focus on an animal that falls behind. The pursuit stretches across the open grasslands. Throughout the chase, the lead position changes repeatedly, while the pressure on the target never lets up. With every close approach, the pack forces the wildebeest to change direction and use more energy. Rather than relying on one decisive move, the wild dogs gradually reduce the wildebeest's ability to maintain its speed. The distance steadily narrows. As the wildebeest can no longer keep pace with the herd, the opportunity for the wild dogs becomes increasingly clear. On the savanna, success belongs not only to the strongest or the fastest, but to the group that works together and waits for exactly the right moment. Across the vast grasslands of Africa, the tawpy is one of the fastest and most alert antelopes. Capable of reaching speeds of about 43 miles per hour, its long legs and high-set eyes allow it to detect danger from a great distance. That constant awareness makes the tawpy a difficult target to approach. Its advantage, however, depends on detecting danger early enough. Hidden among the golden grass is a spotted hyena. Contrary to its common reputation, the spotted hyena is not only a scavenger, but also an active hunter of many different prey species. Against an opponent as fast as the tawpy, the hyena waits for an opportunity when the animal is resting and its reactions are slower. In the heat of midday, as the tawpy rests or takes a brief nap and gradually lowers its guard, the hyena advances with slow, deliberate steps, blending almost perfectly into the surrounding landscape. The hyena patiently closes the distance. By the time the tawpy suddenly lifts its head, there is almost no safe distance left. One short, well-timed rush cuts across its escape route, forcing the antelope to react in an instant. In the wild, recognizing danger just a moment too late can completely change the outcome. The spotted hyena does not dominate through speed, but through patience and the ability to choose exactly the right moment. Sometimes, success belongs to the one that is willing to wait the longest. Across the Masai Mara Plains, the line between life and survival can be as narrow as a single step. The encounter between a cheetah and an impala is one of the region's most iconic contests. The cheetah's flexible, spring-like spine allows it to reach speeds of about 62 miles per hour, but only for short distances, as every burst of speed demands an enormous amount of energy. The impala, on the other hand, relies on its remarkable agility and long, powerful leaps, making it difficult for a predator to maintain a straight pursuit. If it detects danger early enough or changes direction at the right moment, it can force the predator to abandon the chase. The cheetah waits patiently from a distance, looking for an individual that reacts more slowly or finds itself in a less favorable position. Out on the grassland, one impala grazes peacefully. In an instant, the calm is shattered as the cheetah bursts forward, racing low across the ground. The impala immediately runs, changing direction again and again, while making long leaps to widen the gap. The pursuit becomes a contest between speed and agility. When the opportunity appears, the cheetah accelerates for a few brief seconds, rapidly closing the distance. But the challenge does not end there. The Masai Mara is also home to lions, spotted hyenas, and leopards, rivals that may take advantage of an opportunity if one appears. After a successful hunt, the cheetah often scans the surrounding area and may move its meal to a more secluded location when conditions allow. For the cheetah, every hunt is more than a race with its target. It is also a race against time and against other predators. Along the banks of the Maternal, one of the world's largest wetlands, a caiman drifts quietly with the current. Its rough skin blends almost perfectly with floating logs and the shadows beneath the water. In this environment, the caiman is a master of ambush, relying on patience and exceptional camouflage. On the riverbank, however, a golden-spotted figure moves in silently. It is the jaguar, the largest wildcat in the Americas. With its powerful build, exceptional bite force, and strong swimming ability, it is capable of confronting many formidable animals, including caimans. As the distance closes, the water suddenly erupts. The jaguar launches from the riverbank before the caiman can retreat into deeper water. The caiman thrashes and twists, searching for a way to break free from the jaguar's control. The jaguar uses its forelimbs to hold the caiman in place, while constantly adjusting its position in response to the powerful twisting movements. The struggle unfolds in the murky water as both animals expend considerable energy. As the balance gradually shifts in its favor, the jaguar guides the caiman toward the riverbank and brings it onto dry land. This encounter shows that in the Maternal, the line between predator and prey is not always determined by the environment where they live. Across the vast grasslands of Africa, zebras are well known for their speed, reaching about 40 miles per hour, and for powerful hind kicks that make many predators proceed with caution. But during the Great Migration each year, hundreds of thousands of zebras face a challenge where their advantages on land no longer apply. At the Mara River, the herd hesitates as the murky water conceals the dangers below. The moment the first zebra enters the river, the stillness is broken. From what appear to be motionless logs, Nile crocodiles suddenly surge forward. In the water, soft mud and strong resistance make it difficult for the zebras to use their speed, while the crocodiles take advantage of their low profile and powerful tails to cover short distances with remarkable speed. Amid the chaos of the river, the zebras continue swimming toward the opposite bank. Large numbers enter the water together, and the movement of the herd makes it difficult to distinguish any single individual. That very confusion sometimes creates an opportunity for many zebras to make it safely across the dangerous crossing. When the first zebras reach the far bank, the journey is still far from over. Each year, the Mara River becomes one of the greatest tests of the migration, where speed on land gives way to swimming ability and quick reactions to the hidden dangers beneath the water. Across Africa's semi-arid landscapes, venomous snakes are among the region's most formidable predators. With lightning-fast reflexes, precise short-range strikes, and potent venom, they are animals that most others avoid confronting. The honey badger, however, is a rare exception. Weighing only about 35 pounds, it has thick, relatively loose skin that allows it to twist and turn more freely when grabbed or bitten, giving it the ability to confront many venomous snake species. The encounter begins with careful movements. The honey badger constantly changes direction and watches its opponent, while the snake keeps its head pointed toward the approaching threat. Again and again, the honey badger looks for an opportunity to move closer to the snake's head and neck. If it can gain control of that area, it may reduce the effectiveness of the snake's direct defensive responses. Even so, this remains a high-risk encounter. A single small mistake can allow the snake to react almost instantly. When facing a spitting cobra, the honey badger must also contend with the risk of venom being sprayed toward its eyes. Although honey badgers are believed to have some resistance to certain snake venoms, that does not make them completely protected from a bite. After the encounter, the honey badger continues searching for food. One animal relies on venom and speed, while the other depends on persistence and defensive ability. In the wild, the outcome is sometimes decided by nothing more than a single moment of greater precision. Every encounter shows that strength is most effective when combined with strategy and the ability to adapt to the environment. In the wild, no species holds the advantage under every circumstance. The outcome always depends on the environment and the timing. The relationship between predator and prey is constantly changing, creating the survival pressures that shape the entire ecosystem. If you enjoy these remarkable wildlife encounters, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel so you do not miss the next one. The journeys ahead will continue to reveal even more extraordinary ways that animals survive in the natural world.